Hi everybody, this is Diane. We're going to do some work today. I was organizing some stuff in my office, and in my closet I have this series of containers that holds all my magazine images and stuff like that I'm going to use in glue books and collage books. So I thought, well, I've been putting off organizing it long enough. All this stuff right here, all of this needs to be sorted, and I need to kind of fix the things that I have because, you know, when you use them, they don't stay organized. So this is my system. I have this large basket. I'll do some measuring for you. This is what works for me. I don't think it would work for everybody. I've tried many different things, and I like this one. This is a little over 5 inches deep, like 5.5 inches deep. It doesn't need to be that deep, but it does hold all my smaller baskets. I needed a basket for my big images, so this works for my larger images, but obviously I'm not going to fill this much basket with my magazine images, but I do use the depth to hold all the other baskets. It's about 10 inches wide and about 13 inches long. So I'm gonna take all of this out. See, I have the baskets all stacked in here, and then there's a little space at the end, so when I cut out images, I cut things out at night, and then before I go to bed I just go in there and stick them in the side of the basket so they're not in my way and I can deal with them later. But, you know, later always gets pushed back. So I have my big basket, and I do have this long basket for my strips, longer strips, and this, I got this at Walmart, I think, and this is it's over 13 inches, maybe 14 inches. So I'm gonna leave that as it is because that stays pretty organized. I see some strips right here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add them in there right now. So I have these skinny little strips, and I have some thicker strips in here. I was cutting up a lot of Pioneer Woman magazines that were given to me. Oh, actually I got them free, or for $1 or something at an estate sale. And she always has these pretty borders on her pages. Here's some thicker strips. And if I find more, I can always add them in. Okay, so then inside my big basket, I have a series of smaller baskets. So this one is slightly bigger than the others. It's just something I happen to have. I didn't buy these specifically, some of these baskets specifically for this. This one is, well, let's count the widest part here. About 13 by 8. And this just has, I don't know what. Sometimes they get so mixed up, I don't know. Oh, this was for small background pieces, so I have to take some of this stuff out. And then I got these. These flexible things were either at Hobby Lobby or Walmart, but I think they were Walmart. So I have 2 of these, and this one is for flowers, and I have a lot of images from a book of roses in here. And these baskets are 10 by 7. So that is flowers, and that one looks like it has stayed pretty good. That one's an easily identifiable. You look at it and you know it's flowers. And this, I think, was just, I kind of sort things by size more than anything else. I used to sort things by categories like objects and animals and people and stuff like that, but it's so much easier for me to just sort things by size. So these are mid-size pieces for the most part. That was a little one right there. There's a flower. And then I have all of these baskets that are all the same. And they are about 10 at the widest part up here. 10 by about 6.5. So let's start with the big basket. These are the things that need to be sorted. I'm gonna set them aside so I can get my baskets back to where they're supposed to be. So I'm going to take stuff out of this basket and then put things back in. This basket is for backgrounds and large, just large people images and magazine images. I found some more strips in there. And then these don't belong in, well, this is a kind of a big piece, but this is for like almost like a full sheet, so I'm not going to leave this in there. These are large images, but they're going to have to go in that other basket. So I'm going to put, I want her in there, but I want to put the people on top. Oh, more strips. And these are colorful images that can go in the small backgrounds basket. There's a word, I've got a little, oh, I didn't show you that part. In the very top of my baskets, I have this tiny little cigar box for tiny images. I was thinking that was words. I think it used to be words. But I have one of these baskets for words. I think it's this one, and it got all kinds of stuff put on top of it. Okay, so right now, I'm not going to be sorting all of these things that I'm removing. I just want to put back in here what belongs in here. So I have some scrapbook papers that are very textural. They're old, and I thought they would be really good backgrounds. That's a magazine page. That's from a decorating magazine. There's a large magazine page. I think I'll remove some that I've had for a while and probably won't use. I probably won't use that fish. I just have too many options and it makes it difficult. I was going to get rid of this one, but I like that side. Sometimes, even if I have space for some of these things, just having too many options makes things a little harder. I'm just setting these aside so I know. I think these will go in a different container. And this one isn't a full page, but it's big enough to go in this container. You have a face here, so we put that with the people. I thought I put them upside down so I could, well, I did put them upside down so I could keep the big things on the bottom. Now she would be fun to cut out and use in a glue book, but I really like this as a background. There's some more scrapbook paper. Look at that. That is so nice. I could use that in my black and white collage book. on the black and white page. Some people. Just some, usually they're large faces that I get out of the magazines. I think this was in a photography magazine that I got. I like that image. I like that one too. I think I got that photography magazine at a thrift store or something. More scrapbook paper. This would go in my smaller container, but I want to keep it with this one. I can use them together. I'm going to separate those words and put them in my word box. Just try to go quickly here. Now I thought that this would be fun to use as a background, even though they're little pieces that I could cut apart. I like them better as a background altogether. I know there's 2 pages here. Oh, that's a cool background. I think I'll just take this piece. I think rather than try to determine whether I want to get rid of something or not, unless it just says, yeah, I don't want this anymore, I'm just going to keep it, and then as I go through and use my things in collages, I can get rid of things then. So I don't have to take the time to think about things like that right now. That's a fun background. This is making me want to get my glue book out. It's Sunday afternoon as I'm doing this. And I'm thinking, I just finished the ice cream journals and they all sold. I love that. So I thank you so much, you guys, for purchasing my journals. I'm so in awe that I sell all of my journals, and I just love that, and I just appreciate you guys. These are a bunch of little pieces in here. So rather than jump right into the next journal, which I really want to do, but I really shouldn't because I have a lot of loose ends to tie up. So I think I'm going to take this week off from journal making. I'm hoping I'll make some videos, but I thought that was kind of cool. But I don't want to start making a mess with another journal. I want to be able to kind of tidy things up and do a little more organizing. I know I still haven't gotten to the point yet where I want to do a video of my new space that I rearranged. And I'm impatient to do it. You're probably impatient to see it, but I'm not ready yet. I took time off. I haven't been doing anything with it. Isn't that cool? Because, well, I had my niece's wedding to get ready for, and we went out of town for that, and I was working on seasonal journals. Now that's pretty cool. I'm going to put that in a different basket, though. So, I'm not sure where that goes, but it doesn't go in the background. These are just National Geographic pages, and they're kind of big pages, but I don't think they belong in the background. This one could. So I just had a lot going on, trying to finish up journals and stuff like that. And I just had so many things going on all at once. Please don't go there. got a lot of stuff in here that doesn't belong. I'm glad I'm sorting through these. So maybe if I take this week off, I can work on, you know, finishing up some organizing. Probably not finish it, but do some more. And just feel like I have more of a handle on things, because right now everything's falling out of my hands. I don't have a handle on anything. This was an envelope, or is an envelope, that I was putting the ladies in. That's right, I forgot. So they laid on top of the backgrounds, but I could easily pick that out and go through and then get it out of my way if I wanted backgrounds. Not sure if I'm going to keep that system. We'll see. Look at all these little things that don't belong in there. That's because when I cut things out, I just drop them in there until I get to the point where I want to organize. And I haven't really been doing much in my glue books, so they've just been piling up. But my daughter is on vacation this week, and her husband is not, because she has more vacation time than he does. And so we're going to do some things together. We're going to have a day together tomorrow. We're going to go to the movies, and I don't know what else we'll do. But next weekend we're going to go away for 3 days. Well, we're going to stay away for 2 nights. We're going to the Hershey, Lancaster area. So I'm looking forward to that. So I think it is a good time for me to take a breather from making journals. When I come back from Lancaster, hopefully I'll have my room all tidied up and ready for me to come back and create. I got a lot of good stuff, you guys. I need to get in here and work in my glue book. Maybe I can do a glue book video this week before I go away. That can go in the backgrounds. Look at that. Looks like alcohol ink. That could go in my rainbow. I think I'll put that with my color glue book. I'm not even thinking about the color glue book right now, because I can go through these and pull things if I want to look for colors. But that one just stood out to me. Okay, the rest are miscellaneous. So that's a lot more sorting I have to do. Now, I think these pages, I don't want to try cramming them into that plastic envelope. I am going to put them on top, but I could put a binder clip on them, and that way I could easily pick up these pages so I can get to the backgrounds. But these kind that aren't full page, I could put into that envelope. And the next time I use my glue book, I'll probably look at these with a more discriminating eye and get rid of some of them. That's just a lady in a photograph, but I don't want to keep it in there. I want bigger images in here. This is people, and not just ladies, it's people and body parts. But I think I'm going to put that in a smaller basket. So I'm going to move the hands somewhere else. Some of these are from the 90s, from Victoria magazine. Back when I used to like Victoria magazine better. They had pictures like this of ladies. Now you don't see people in them so much. And they used to have quotes from classic stories and quotes about whatever their theme was for that issue. They don't do that anymore. I used to like cutting those quotes out and using them. Okay, so this is ready for a binder clip. So I'm going to have to get a binder clip out of a different area. I don't have any right here, so set that aside. Got some more hands in here. From an old magazine. They're clapping. Look at that. Interesting. Alright, now I can put all of these in this envelope. If they'll fit. I went into the closet in my office because that's where I keep my collage books and glue books now. And I wanted to get out my little blue book where I do a lady's face and then a quote. Oh, these don't belong here. Okay, we already got to the part we have to sort. These are the ladies. Okay. So that is one basket, one envelope. That's all the space it takes up, not even an inch. But I need the rest of the space to stack my baskets. So I'm going to move this. I just pick up this paper that they're on and move it until I finish sorting my baskets. We probably won't, I know we won't get all of this done today, not in this video. Hopefully I can get it done without having the camera on, but I want to do as much as I can while you're here with me to keep me company. Alright, the next basket is this one. Oops, sorry. That's so cute. I have my strips right here, so I can just toss any strips I find in there. So this one is smaller background pieces. And I will look in here when I'm doing my little blue book that I just mentioned. Anyway, I went in the closet to get that out and thought I would do a video doing that today, and I thought, my collage stuff is such a mess, I need to organize it. And then I thought, maybe you guys could keep me company while I organize it. So these strips are pretty wide, so I'm keeping them in the small background container. Some of these are not backgrounds. Don't know where I want to put those. These are fall. I folded them together because they're all fall images. I'm not sure what I had in mind for them. I wouldn't call that a background. That's a fun background though, but it's a big one. this in my envelope. So I think I started to say these smaller backgrounds I can use on smaller pages like my little blue book, or I can just kind of build backgrounds in my bigger pages. Doesn't have to be one solid background piece. I'll put that someplace else. Got some more hands here. Didn't want her, I wanted the hands. I will have a container also of small lady images that would fit in my little blue book to make it easier to find those. Those could be backgrounds, but I think I'll put them somewhere else. Those are fun. Got lots of clocks here. I love magazines, so I've had a variety of magazines. So I have a very eclectic mix of things to use in glue books. Some of these brightly colored ones, and they're not glossy paper. They're from Uppercase magazine, which is not a cheap magazine, but I just got another subscription, and you only get 4. It's, I think every 3 months. You only get 4 magazines in your subscription. But they're chock full of beautiful images. It's from Canada. I'm going to use that as background. And I've had decorating magazines, fashion magazines, art journaling magazines. You get lots of really cool images there also. You can get gardening magazines, which would have beautiful images. Some of these small ones I like to have in here because I'm going to look for small ones for my little blue book. These are from the Uppercase magazine. They have very stiff covers, and I just like these. This is a series of books that they published, and I think they're going through the whole alphabet, not in order. But I have a lot of these books. I don't have all of them. They're expensive, so I don't have the ceramics one. I don't have yarn, thread and string, but I think I have quilted. I have Vintage Life, Ephemera, Printmaker, Stitch, that's beautiful, Botanica, Feed Sacks. And there's another one coming out that I think I've already paid for. You pay in advance. They don't advertise in this magazine, so they depend on you to like help finance, that's the word, help finance their endeavors. So it's kind of like Kickstart. So people will order the upcoming books and pay for them, and then when they're published, they get sent out. So I think Notions is coming soon. And Ephemera is one that I have. Is that on here? Yeah, Ephemera. That's a really cool one. I won't cut those up. I just like to look at them. So this is more stuff to be sorted. I'll put these in the flower one. Well, these would have been good in my garden journals. Okay, so that's small backgrounds. I'm getting a really big pile here of stuff that needs to be sorted. Next, let's do this one because there's not much in it. I have two this size. Well, this one is the flowers. That one's pretty much done. I just want to add these to the flowers, and that'll be easy. If I find more flowers, I'll just throw them in there. So I'll move on to this one. This one is just mid-size images. So images that'll fit in here. Flowers. I don't think I'll use that. I do like that. He's all beaded. I'm not going to put this in with the flowers because this is just a large bouquet. I don't know. You sort things the way that makes sense for you. I don't know if I even want these in here for collaging. I don't know what I'll do with that. It's a beaded rabbit. I'd gotten a book at, I think, the thrift store with all of these beading artists who did these amazing things, and I got a lot of images out of that book. I've used a lot of them in my glue books. These are out of like a country lifestyle kind of book, so it would be partly decorating and partly gardening and stuff like that. And I cut out images that I like, but I don't know if I want to use them in glue books or in my journals. That I would use in my own journal because it's my last initial. And I think these can go in a smaller container. And these are even smaller. They're very abstract looking. I don't even know if I would use them. I think I'll just get rid of them. And I hope you don't get upset if I get rid of something that you would use because, you know, you're not here and I am. So I have to keep the things that I would use. These can go in here. I'm sorting again, aren't I? I think I'll put the clocks in there. I did have one basket that was for round things because I do like to use round things, and like I'm doing a collage and I think I need something round there. So I'll keep these separate for now. Maybe I will keep a round section. So how would you sort your things? Would you divide them up into categories like I used to do? To me, it just seemed like it was too much work to put things away. After I got things out and then I was done and I had things that I didn't use, I had to put them all back in their proper categories. Or if I cut up a magazine, I had to separate everything into all those categories. To me, it's just so much easier to just put them in container by size, and that's how I look for things anyway, basically. Like, I don't know how I would find him, but if I'm looking for something in a mid-size, like I do a background and then I look for mid-size things and then I might look for smaller things, you know, I kind of build up. I would just look in the mid-size and I'd say, hey, he would be really cool for that. So for now, these larger hands are going in here. I'm not sure if I'm going to want to keep something separate for hands and lips and feet and stuff like that. These are all small pieces. I'm not sure if I want to keep square rectangular things separate from shaped things, because that makes a difference too in what you're looking for in a collage. I think I'll keep these separate for now. They're kind of mixed in here. Okay, now another category. Let's do this one on the bottom. What is this category? I think it's just small shaped pieces. It's not too small. So I'm going to put these in here. And the fish will go in a smaller category. That could be a background piece. Got some flowers. Background. That can go in here because I could fussy cut around that. Look at the little mice. There's a shoe. That's a piece of, oh, it looks like German scrap, but I cut it out of a book. But that goes in something smaller. Am I confusing you? Is this making sense to you? So I'd just like to know how you organize things like this. How does your brain work? Sometimes you have to try different things before you realize that it's not working for the way your brain thinks. And what somebody else does might look really cool and you want to do it that way, but if it doesn't work for you, then it's going to prevent you from expressing your creativity. So I'm usually pretty haphazard in the way that I collage and do glue books. So my baskets are haphazard and it works. I don't know. Some of those things are little. There's round. Round. Some beaded shoes from that book. And a beaded mule. Circles, and then a flower. Okay, that was one basket. This basket doesn't have much in it. word. It's a turtle. So I'll use this one for the little images. Got some words there, so I'll put them in the word basket. That was quick. I think this one was the original circle basket. I see a few circle things in here, but other things got mixed in. So we'll fix it. So I'll put my circles in here. Those clocks are a little big. No, I guess not. They fit. Look at those circles, a button and a little painted face. Oh, I like that. I was thinking, what did I get that for? It's all blurry, but look at that. That's pretty. I think I'll put an oval in there with the circles. Those are round. Don't need that one. Okay, we're getting there. Got 2 more baskets. Oh, we're at 44 minutes almost. All right, we're gonna try to hurry here. So this must be the basket I was putting hands and lips and things in. Maybe I will separate them. Did I put hands in here? I think I put them in this size. So as I'm collaging, if I find them, I can move them. There's one. I don't want to waste time looking for them. There's some eyes and lips. I'll put the ladies somewhere else. Now I've got so many baskets here, I have to really think before I drop my things in somewhere. Alright, these are ladies that are smaller, might work in my little blue book. It's just a background piece, I guess. So I've got my little blue book ladies over there. She might be too big for that though. It would just be all face. I'm going to put her in my envelope, a clear envelope. And these ladies, they're just going to go with my fashion stuff. Got some legs. Okay, I got one more basket. Getting full of baskets here. This one is going to be the words. It's got a bunch of stuff on top of it, but it's going to be the words. Some flowers. See, there's words in there. I'll take these big pieces out and see what they are. It's words. Okay, words go in there. Got a sheet of stickers with words. These are all words. These are all words. So that is all of my little baskets. I have this that can go in little things. I don't know if I'll... Yeah, I think I will keep it because some of these are pretty tiny and they would just get lost. So this will have tiny words and tiny images in it. And that's my organization system. You saw how I had them stacked, and I just put them in my closet on top of my drawers in there. And the only other thing is, this is my organization for my color glue book. I showed you this because this is something I just started collecting for. So it's just an old binder that I had. And I have page protectors, and each page protector has a different color in it. And so that's really easy to take care of. Alright, so I'm going to hopefully finish up getting all this stuff sorted, and maybe later this week I'll be able to do a glue book video with you. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me what you think about this. I wasn't really paying attention to whether I was in camera all the time, so I apologize if I wasn't. But I hope that you saw enough that you could understand my system. And would it drive you crazy the way I do it, or does it sound like something you could implement? Thanks for watching, and I hope you're having a creative day today. Bye-bye.